In this video, I want to talk a little bit about going beyond what can we use the data that we collect from occupants, what can we use that for? Well, obviously we can understand the preferences of different people. We can know if there's maybe problems with the systems or things we need to fix. But I want to show one example of a project in which we're trying to use those data streams to actually predict something, to use machine learning, which you'll also learn about in the last set of videos and week 5 videos for this course. And this is a platform that we're testing, we built and we're testing here in Singapore called the Space Match platform. And Space Match is a platform by which we collect information from people, and we actually allow that information to train models that would then predict what the best places for that person might be based on comfort preferences. So this is a platform that I think is these type of data science challenges are going to become more and more common and more interesting in the building industry, because the way we use buildings is actually changing, especially office buildings. And here's a few statistics from a couple research studies that say that space utilization is a really key decision maker. Yeah, of course, energy is important and sustainability, well-being. But at the end of the day, when we talk about especially office space, is the space being even used? Are we even using all the spaces that we have allocated to people? And it's really telling that, there's a study, in the same study, they say that approximately 40% of all office spaces are empty. So what does that mean? I mean, there's empty space that nobody's using? No, the space has been allocated to a use, probably to a person who's supposed to be sitting there. But not every job, especially modern jobs, allow a person to stay in the same spot for long periods of time. That person might be traveling, working from home. They might be doing sales calls, having meetings. So there's a lot of spaces that are just left empty. And these spaces are not just being wasted in terms of the real estate lease or value of that potential space, but also of the amount of energy that it's taking to heat and cool that space. So billions of dollars worth of unused space, a lot of optimization. I think this is really one of the big upcoming analysis topics in the real estate and construction and building industry, is how do we use spaces in better ways. So Space Match tries to do that by, in our campus, we've tested it in a way that when a student needs to find a place to work for a day or for a few hours, they can go to Space Match, they can find a desk and reserve that desk. And then over time, as they use desks more and more, we're actually understanding what are their preferences over time based on their feedback, and we try to match them with spaces that are most comfortable for them. So you can learn a little bit more about how this whole platform works, the concepts, essentially this convergence of IoT data with annotation of somebody's feedback, and then a case study that we've done here in Singapore, a pilot implementation in the SD4 building and a few other buildings on campus.